Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Doug Hopkins, and I'm the National Sales Manager for Aquaglide and Amundson stand-up paddleboards. And we're here in White Salmon, Washington at our national headquarters. And I want to talk to you a bit about the 2010 Amundson 11.3 and 11.6. Now, one of the things I like to tell people about on these boards that sets them apart from other boards is the construction and the technology, because not all boards are made the same. Our boards are made at a factory in Thailand that has many years experience making windsurf boards, which are actually pretty hard to make because they take so much stress. Now, so the boards are made in a closed mold, a high pressure, high temperature mold, and that gets all of the resin and the epoxy and fiberglass laminated properly for a much stronger, longer lasting board. So the board has a foam core, an EPS foam core, which is basically styrofoam, then it's covered in fiberglass and epoxy resin and put inside a closed, high temperature, high pressure mold. And that gives you a much more durable board than the handmade style board. So this is something important to consider when you're making a purchase. As far as shapes go, these two boards are all around shapes, very versatile. They're suitable for entry level, they're very stable, anyone can ride them, but they're also quite fast in flat water and very maneuverable in case you want to start playing in some waves. The stability comes, first of all, from width. The 11.6 is our biggest board, and it's 30 inches wide. That's a good number for a good, stable board. But what it also does is it carries that width very far back on the tail. It's got a wide tail and a wide nose. And that gives it a nice long shape and stable in all conditions. The 11.3 gets a little bit thinner in the tail, you'll notice. The tail's pulled in a little bit. It's also thinner, not as thick throughout, so it's got a lot less volume. That makes it more suitable for medium-sized riders. So I pretty much size up these two boards by the rider's size. The 11.6 is good for people from 300 pounds down to about 180. If you're well under 200 pounds, say 190 or so, and down, then the 11.3 is more suitable. You don't need the extra float and the extra volume. If you're only 160 pounds, go for the smaller board. The advantage of the smaller board is it's also quite a bit lighter. The 11.3 weighs 25 pounds. The 11.6 is just under 30 pounds. And these are very light weights for this size board. And the way we're able to do that, again, is because of our unique construction process. So definitely, when you're out looking for a board, lift it up and see how it feels, because you're going to be carrying this around, putting it on your rooftop and things like that. Both boards have an integrated handle, so they're easy to carry, and the handles are perfectly centered so the boards balance well. They both come with full EVA deck pads, which you definitely want. You need it where you're standing, primarily here, but it's also good to have it throughout the board. Maybe your kids are playing on it at the beach. My kids always do. Whenever we go to the beach, they want to play on it. They get 2 or 3 kids playing on it. It's nice to have a nice soft deck for them to play on. They also come with an insert in the front of the handle here, and that can be used to attach a number of accessories. You can put a windsurfing rig on here, or we're also coming out with some other water bottle holders and things like this that could be fixed here. This is a sealed insert. It's not a vent. It doesn't need to be plugged when you're using it. And a leash plug, of course, in the back. For windy days, you might want to have a leash on. So that's it. That's what we have for 2010 boards. Get out there. Best thing to do is try them out. Definitely check them out. They paddle really well. I think the moderate width combined with a little bit longer overall length makes the board paddle very nicely and maintain a nice strong straight line and decent speed in flat water. The shorter, wider boards, they can still be stable, but they don't tend to track as well. So that's just one of the advantages of these shapes. So that's what I got for you today, and hope to see you on the water.